Yo, AKZ, Axe, Axe. You know what I mean? What did you just say to me in there? What are you thinking is the worst nightmare of a Leafs fan? Could it be? So, folks, this is the Halloween, Devil's Night stream, because I'm not going to be here on Halloween. This is the big reveal, okay, about the Leafs fans' worst nightmare. We're going to sit through it, we're going to endure it, and we're going to hopefully not be a nightmare, all right? But if you're a Leafs hater, you're going to want to stick around for this too, okay? Because it is... There it is, guys. Okay? Toronto versus Boston. A Game 7, okay? And I'm not even going to play this, okay? We're going to sit back and watch it, okay? It's not a full, realistic length game because we don't have time for that. But we're going to do a quick little game. We're going to sit through it. We're going to watch it. And we're going to see if the Leafs can come ahead from Boston in a round 1 series, okay? This didn't take that long to set up, actually. I simmed 1 series, and the Leafs won it. And then I simmed another series, and it got to 3-3 here like this. It only took 2 tries. So, whoa, jeez. Hockey fan, man. Well, thank you for following along, man. I hope you enjoy this. This is going to be wild, okay? We're going to sit back, and we're going to... Sorry. That shriek and the stab thing every time freaks me right out. You know what I mean? So, you get the Halloween spooky music going, okay? Then we're going to watch this game. You guys ready for this? We got to see who comes ahead, all right? Play game, yes. But I need to stop and not choose a side, okay? No choosing a side. CPU versus CPU game. Here we go. And this is a lot of fun, too, guys. One time for, a bachelor party, right? Like, I had the boys over, and we were placing bets on the game like it was a real game. You just simulate a game, man, and just watch it. It's like watching TV. Especially because it was the summertime, so there was no hockey going on. And it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm choosing the jerseys now. Everything's good. Okay, so you can see Superstar. We're going 7 minutes, right? Full sim for the rules and everything like that. Okay, it's going to be like watching hockey, okay? No Devils, only Bruins. Well, let's see. Okay, for the Bruins fans in the house, right? If there's any of you, I know 34's in there for sure. But any of you guys, you know what I mean? Anybody else watching along, here we go, okay? And again, hockey fan, man, thanks for the follow, man. You can see your name up in the top there, right? Okay, I'm going to put this down. I don't think I'm going to need that too often. And, hey, happy Halloween. We made it past midnight, okay? So this is the ghost story for the evening, okay? I'm going to have a little beverage, okay?
Hi, everybody. Along with Ray Ferraro, I'm James.
And here it is.
Welcome to B-Town here in historic Boston, Massachusetts. This has been played out in driveways, dead ends.
Yes, it has.
Back alleys, Game 7. This is it.
Game 7, boys.
This is it.
Go Leafs, go. Okay, I'm not playing for anyone watching this at home right now. I am not playing this. This is a full sim game. This is a Leafs fan's worst nightmare. And it's home in Boston, too, by the way. This could not get any worse for a Leafs fan right now, okay? A Game 7 against Boston. There we go. I'm nervous, guys. For those of you who don't know, I did a sim series for the playoffs this year. Leafs versus Columbus. And my Leafs actually won, even though the real Leafs did not. So because they won, we went on to the next round against Tampa and lost there. So I tried to get us more hockey boy, you know what I mean? But here we go. So far, they're not looking good. No. Not good, guys, not good.
These are fun goals to score. You read that the goaltender's dropping into
They were just getting run around.
And you know you're going top.
And the Leafs couldn't play any defense there. Yeah, the Halloween music fits well. I know. Well, hopefully not too well. You know what I mean? Hopefully this doesn't fit too well.
Boston's on the board here, and they've got the
Oh
home
goodness,
crowd
here we
waiting
go.
literally.
Well, you know, like I said, when I first, I did one sim first. To try and get it to 7, and it went to 6, and the Leafs won. So it is possible for the Leafs to win in this thing, especially because I think Boston's kind of like getting expired a little bit. They've got players that are old enough now that like there's no guarantee what you're going to get every season. But if you get their best, watch out. That's the thing about Boston. If you get their best, I don't know how you beat them. I really don't. They're going to beat you on the scoreboard, and they're going to beat your face. You know what I mean? They're going to beat you in the corners. They're going to break bones. They're a mean team, dude. This is the stuff of nightmares, right? Like, jeez. Let's get to Christmas already. Is that what you're saying, Baldahea, basically, with those Santas? Yeah, maybe we'll get a gift from Santa rather than a nightmare from Sam Hain, right? That's the Halloween dude. Sam Hain. Baldahea, I think you probably know a little about that, right? Isn't that guy Irish? Like the folklore of Sam Hain? Oh, come on, boys, come on! Oh, right there, right there! Oh, no! No!
Save made by the goalie. Puck grab by Chara.
Guys, I'm terrified.
Got him through the neutral zone.
This is scary stuff.
Here's a chance right in the
No!
slot.
No!
Stones him
Oh,
in front.
no!
He
It's rigged off, it's
scores.
rigged off. Come on.
This one off
Give us a call.
immediately
Give us a
here.
call.
He didn't take any time at all to wave that off. This will count.
Oh, no time at all. Why? Goalie interference? What are they going to call here? See, that's what I mean, though, guys. They made Anderson pretty weak in this game. I don't know, man.
He looked right at the official.
Look at this. What happens here? So, okay, so takes a shot. Oh, and then the interference with the kick kind of thing? Is that what they're worried about? Well, let's see. Is it going to go upstairs? Right, it's going upstairs. Going to call it. It's funny because it goes to Toronto anyways, and Toronto decrees no goal. All right. All right. So if at least get one right now, like in the next couple of minutes, that can send a message to Boston of like, well, you're not going to have an easy time here.
And now he moves it to Hyman. The Leafs played along the wing.
How do you like the settings here, boys? So we got all the indicators off, so you can't see any player names and stuff like that. We got realistic size puck.
Across the line.
No puck shadow.
Toronto's got the puck.
True broadcast for the angle, in case you guys are wondering. This is true broadcast, not just broadcast.
Move the puck around.
This is how a game really looks like when you're watching it on TV.
Tries to get it across to Matthews. Feeds the puck
Pretty
over
smooth.
to Marner.
You know what I mean? Pretty smooth on the transfer speed there, so it looks pretty real.
Can't keep a hold of it.
Cover that.
And the goalie covers up for the whistle.
Oh, yeah, so we had the big, give me a big thumbs up for the no goal in the chat, huh? Or don't.
Boston's capitalized on their offensive abilities here in this first period.
Yeah, in fairness to EA, you like playing on this camera angle, eh? See, that's the thing. You made a good point to me before, Baldahea. You said that, like, you're just learning the game for the first time. So to already have it on this angle makes a lot of sense. And I gotta tell you, dude, you know what? I tried it. You know the intro here, right? The intro to my streams every time. Like, I recorded that in NHL 21. I played a few games in broadcast mode. When I had highlights, I'd go back and, like, just quickly, you know, come up with the cool angles and stuff like that and record it. But the broadcast game, I found my passing was a lot better for some reason. I don't know. It's almost like the angles make more sense watching it this way to me. I don't know, bro. But then my shots weren't as good because I can't, you know, accurately shoot as good. Brad Marchand, fourth with hits. What a little guy, too. He's still like 6'2" or something like that, isn't he? Or no, he's like 5'8", 5'9", isn't he? He might be like 5'10". I think he's taller than me. Either way, Brad Marchand, I don't even hate him. Like Toronto, Boston hate him. You know what I mean? Which means he's probably a really good dude. Guys like Crosby love him. So, you know, they're probably really good guys off the ice, but I hate the way Brad Marchand plays. And if I ever saw him in public, I would have to try and start a fight with him. So that even when he beats me up, I gotta hope that he breaks a hand or something like that, and he just has to call it a career. I have to. You can't go around licking guys, man. That's gonna be the worst infraction of anything I've ever seen that's non-violent. Okay, out of all the disrespectful things you can do to a guy on the ice, that's got to be the most disrespectful. Licking a dude? That's sexual assault, man. Like, if I were one of those NHL players that's actually got strength, I would have grabbed him immediately and started pounding him. And I know Brad wants that, so that you get kicked out for a fight or like instigator rule or whatever. But then I'd go to the league afterwards and be like, you got to stop that. He just committed a crime on the ice. And there was no call because what, he's getting in my head? No, he assaulted me. You know what I mean? That's the way I would see it. I'd throw every fist I got at him. You don't lick a man on the ice. That's horrible. Jeez. Spooky music, guys. Yeah, you changed it back and fixed to fixing your Via Pro. Yeah. Yeah, the shooting is just too hard in broadcast. Oh, jeez. Thanks, NHL 08 is the best. You are the best. You are the best for following along. That is the sound that makes when you guys follow right now, okay? And don't worry, when Halloween's over, I've got like a goal horn that's really loud that goes off for the follows, okay? But thanks for the follow, all right? I really appreciate that. And, yeah, anyone else thinking of following, you know, try and scare the crap out of me. Wait till there's a moment where I'm not really paying attention or whatever. It's really loud. I really appreciate it, okay? We crossed 50 tonight, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Quinn, thanks, man. Quinn 88. Oh, jeez. See, I was rambling about the exact thing that you did, and it's still. Oh, yeah! Yeah! All right. Whew. Back in it. Back in it. Zach Hyman, what a beauty. Is there anyone, like, is there a more underrated contract in the NHL right now?
Goalie burps up this rebound here.
I mean, what's he making a year? $50? And, like, look how good he is. You know what I mean? Oh, God, I love Zach Hyman. You know, he's one of those guys. He's not a star. He's not capable of star points. He comes through in big moments, and he's cheap. Oh, my goodness. And he writes kid books. That's pretty dope, too. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, thanks for the support there, though, man. Quinn. Sorry, I forget who was before that there. I'm just so freaked out by the sounds. They're really loud. But I made it myself. Okay? That's the thing. All the overlay stuff, someone asked me earlier, you can get that at Stream Elements. They got all kinds of ones if you're thinking of streaming for the first time. You don't want to actually design your own. I got my own for the regular times of year, but like for Christmas, I'll probably get a Christmas one from them too, you know? Stream Elements, it's awesome. But you can customize the things that pop up, and you can customize the sounds and stuff like that. So I made my own sounds for those alerts and stuff. Thanks, Quinn, for saying that, man. The stream looks awesome. I worked real hard. I'm in my living room, dudes. Like, here, look. Quick. Like, look. I'm in my living room. I know you can't really see it that well. I keep it darkly lit, but you know what I mean? I set this up every night I go to use it, right? And I have to put it away because my kids, I got to be able to watch TV here. You know what I mean? But this thing is taking off, and if it keeps up, I'm telling you, I'll have to get a permanent space. That's for sure. You guys keep this up for me, and I swear I'm going to have to come up with a permanent space, be on multiple times a night or multiple times a week. You know, still have YouTube videos. We can get crazy with this stuff, man. So yeah, Quinn, you're on a bit of a delay, so you're already asking about what I use for the overlays. The overlays are from Stream Elements. They're free. Free, bro. Like, what's wrong with free? And they're web-based, so you don't have to download anything. You just put in the link in your OBS system. Sorry, it's a drink. Sorry. You just put the browser link into your OBS, and all the overlay stuff comes up. It's great. Oh, and if you're just joining us, I don't know if you're just joining us, Quinn, but this is Game 7, Boston versus Toronto in Boston, okay? This is the Leafs fans' worst nightmare. Ooh, you know? So happy Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween. Hyman's contract expires in the end of the year 2021. Yeah, I know, man. And he'll be worth a pretty penny. But that's the thing, I swear to you. If they win a cup before his contract's up, he'll re-sign for the same amount of money. He'll take a cut to keep trying to win cups in Toronto. Because, like I said, he's smart. He's got the kids' book business going. He's probably got other things going. He's smart with his money. You don't need top dollars. You don't need a McDavid contract to be successful in the NHL. You need an NHL contract, and then you can take that, invest it. Be smart with your money, kids. You know what I mean? It's getting very spooky. I don't know what this is saying here. Sorry, it's holding something, a comment here. I'm fine with it, Mr. Huxley. Don't worry about it, dude. I don't know what it means, but you know what I mean? Maybe explain a little further. But I'm cool with that comment. Don't worry. Ball to hair. Come on, bro. You can come up with better jokes than that. That was pretty good, though. It's pretty good. That's why we like saying Zach's name all the time. Don't worry. Because we're legally allowed to do it. It's his last name. What do you want me to do? I'm sorry. I actually knew a guy who that was his first name. He was Jamaican. He was awesome. And then one time I saw him at Carabana in Toronto. He was working at one of the jerk pork stands. And he was like, yo, Trumba unit. That's what he used to call me. And, yeah, man, I ordered a jerk pork from him, and he loaded it up. Super huge. Extra sauce and all that stuff. I love jerk pork. It's good. Jerk chicken. Jamaican food's good. Trini food's good. Oh, my goodness. If you guys don't know, check it out. Ooh. Close game so far, guys. So, yeah, Quinn, you were asking about you asked about the overlays. That was that. And getting the music to play over my stream. Now, that was tricky, okay? There's a little bit of a hack here I'm throwing you, okay? I download all the songs because I get all these music. I get a license agreement with, I purchase a license for Epidemic Sound. It's sound effects, royalty-free music you can use anywhere. all that stuff, okay? It's like 15 bucks a month or whatever. So I loaded up on a bunch of Halloween songs, downloaded them, like spooky tracks and stuff, and I've loaded them into simply Windows Media Player, okay? I put that through as like desktop audio. Yeah, that's it. Because all the other audio is coming from different sources. My microphone and everything like that's coming from a little box I have, a Focusrite box, okay? My mic's plugged into that. The game stuff is coming in through a capture card, right? Through the USB cable right there. So all my other audio that you're seeing here tonight is coming from other sources, so I can isolate it. So really, desktop audio, if I was to like open up a website and start watching the video, you'd hear that too. I'm just not doing that. I'm just only playing music through it, so I can kind of control the volume and stuff, you know what I mean? So that's how you do that. Hopefully, if you didn't understand that, maybe go back and watch it a couple times, or maybe you're a super tech genius and you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know, man. But either way, thanks for the follow, Quinn. And I hope that answers your question. I geek out on this stuff, guys. I geek out on all this production stuff you're seeing here. I love it. I love it. So much fun. So easy. Here we go. Here we go. Riley on the break. Oh. It's Game 7 here, guys. Boston versus Toronto in TD Gardens. Huh? Did they just put that in themselves? Oh, my goodness. Riley. There you go. There's your Riley for you. Look what they did to him in this game. Jeez.
Well, the coach is going to have to do a pretty good selling job on the bench now as his own player rifles it into his own.
How do you do that?
You got to tell the guys we can get this
kebabs
back.
are good. Shawarmas are good. Oh, I love shawarma. Guys, honestly, if like wherever you live, I don't care what your actual like background is, wherever you're living, if all you're ever eating is the same kind of cuisine that like is local, you're missing out, man. There's so much stuff internationally. Like, check everybody out, man. You know, you don't have to learn the recipes. You don't have to make it at home. You know, some of the stuff like sushi. I love sushi. I can't make that. Are you kidding me? We gotta figure out a way to come back here, boys. Come on now.
The Leafs gain control of the puck against the wall.
Boston's just dominating it. Does it feel like that to you guys right now? Boston's just like running amok here, doing whatever they want, whenever they want to do it. That's what it's feeling like. Probably how the series would have gone too, except you know, sometimes the Leafs can get a good 5 minutes that are so dangerous, they'll win a game with it. You know what I mean? Oh, you love Indian food. Yeah, it's, you know, Indian food, if I'm being honest, was like the last cuisine I really got into. It took me a lot of years before I found something I liked in Indian food. But now, butter chicken is awesome. I love chicken tikka masala. I think tikka masala. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But that stuff, the chicken stuff, oh, that over some rice, some naan bread. Dear Lord, it's delicious. Nice and spicy too, man. I got into the spice from watching like Hot Ones. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. You can see it happening. Oh, right over to Matthews. Buries it. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Look at that sweet stash. Oh, jeez. Hey, Cody, man. Cody Quinn, thanks for the donation, man. That's the other sound. There you go. I wasn't expecting that one. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. See? That's the other sound. So now when this Halloween stuff is over, I'm going to have to figure out another sound to do in the regular mode. I got the goal horn for the follows. Figure out some other sounds maybe. Yeah. Baldehia jumped out of his heart too, you know what I mean? Woo. Thanks, Quinn. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, Arab food is good, man. I like the sweet stuff too, like baklava, I think is how you say it. I love that stuff. Oh. Jeez. Putting the pressure on. Thanks, Quinn, man. Yeah, right on, dude. I really appreciate that, man. That's dope. Again, we're trying to make this thing as big as possible. Like, I'm doing the best I can given the situation, but it's been fun so far, and you guys have been really supportive. I appreciate it so much. You know, and then what's funny is after this, I got to record like 3 videos. What are you doing, Matthews? Don't do that move in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? Oh, jeez. Yeah, more Hockey Boy. You've been dethroned, bro. We got another name at the top there. You know, for the regular stream even too, I might borrow some of these overlays and stuff like that. Figure out some way to put them up. I like them. Respect the grind. I respect you guys, honestly. Guys, look how much content is out there in the world right now, okay? Everybody's making stuff. YouTube is littered. Twitch is littered. You know, the fact that you guys even find this channel amazes me. So I feel very fortunate for that. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm trying to get all emotional here, but you know, it's an intense situation. I'm trying to distract myself from the fact that it's 2-2 in the second. Boston versus Toronto in a Game 7 in TD Gardens. Hey, the real ones know. What does TD stand for? Put that in the chat, huh? First person to get it wins my respect. That's worth something, guys. Respect is worth a lot, okay? For a guy like me.
That's a quarter inch from being in the net. It hits the bottom of the bar. It's good.
Yes, I am on YouTube. There's like there's the whole there you go, all that stuff right there. How do I do this? There, all that's there we go. That stuff. There you go. That's how you find me, guys. Anyone who's new to this, joining for the first time tonight. True Believer on YouTube. True Believer on. Oh, jeez. I can't. No, thanks, man. Thanks. I hope that's worth it for you. That's what I'm saying. I felt like if I'm going to set up. First of all, shout out to More Hockey Boy for being the one to suggest the tip thing in the first place. He was the one that told me to get it set up. But I figured, you know what I mean? If I'm going to have tips, I should also be suffering a little bit too. It's the way it's only fair. If you guys are going to give up actual money, I should suffer a little bit for it, right? So, yeah, those loud sounds in my ears are more than enough. Freaks me right out. So, thanks, man. You're dominating now. First and second spot, you know? We also got the latest follower. We got the top donation. Oh, look at that. And latest subscriber. See, I haven't had that active until now, right? So I don't even have a good sound effect for subscribers yet. If you're thinking about subscribing, don't do it yet. I'm not even sure if you can do it yet. But I got the 50 follows we passed tonight. So thank you guys so much for that. That's one of the major factors in trying to get up to the next level where we can do the subscriptions and stuff, okay? But it's going to go. It's going to go. I'll set all that up. It's going to be hella good with all the sound effects and stuff. I promise you, it will be hilarious every time. Okay? And we're just finishing off Halloween, man. It's almost 1 in the morning. I'm usually done wrapping up my my videos by now. You know what I mean? We're not done wrapping them up. Done starting them up. You know? Why do you keep saying that, Mr. Huxley? I'll look into it, okay? If you promise that you don't have to bring it up anymore, because it keeps blocking you every time it does, I'll look into that for you, okay? I'll do that. All right. That a boy, Cody. That's what More Hockey Boy saying. Just crushing it on the alerts. You know? Oh, geez. There we go. Oh, nice hit. Nice hit at the blue line. Who was that, Barry? Do we still have him? I forget. I thought he's gone. Isn't he gone? I know, they keep censoring everything you say, because you can't say that R word, bro. That's what it's trying to cut out there. I don't mind. Whatever. I'm allowed to approve it. Like I said, I'd rather just have the approval, just so that I approve just about anything, right? As long as you're not being hateful towards somebody, you know what I mean? Don't be sitting here trying to fight with people in the chat, you know what I mean? You can argue about your teams, absolutely. Be relentless about that, you know? But if someone's going to, like, attack a person in the chat, then I ain't having that, right? But other than that, you can say whatever you want. I'm down with it. You know, if it censors you, I'll approve it. Don't worry. It goes through. The only reason I'm not more colorful on camera is because, like, my kids watch these sometimes. So when they get a little older, okay, when they start swearing themselves, I promise you, I'll let loose with everything I got. And then you're really going to regret the days, you're going to miss the days where I wasn't swearing so much. Because, like, I'm like a sailor, man. Normally, you know? Got nothing against it, trust me. 2-2 in the, you know, with 5 minutes left in the second. This is Game 7, folks. Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs. Leafs fans' worst nightmare. Can you believe it? Here we are. Okay, we're getting startled by the alerts in the ears. Oh, it gets me every time. Some creepy music playing because this is not going to be pretty. It is not going to be pretty. Get there, get there. Come on. I actually get more excited when the Leafs score a goal this way than when I'm playing. When I'm playing, it's like, okay, yeah, well, I should be scoring goals. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, you know what I mean? I don't get super excited for it. maybe a really important goal or whatever. But even when I was doing the series against Columbus during the playoffs there, we did the Sim series on YouTube. I was freaking out for every goal. It was amazing. I got so into it. Come on, come on. Oh, you know what I haven't set up? I haven't set up the rules for continuous OT and stuff like that. It's too late now. The game started. I can't make those changes. So if it were to go to overtime, it would go to a shootout or 3-on-3 and then a shootout. So it's not 100% authentic. Sorry. Okay. Mr. Huxley, you're asking me... Oh, Quinn, you're saying you're from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Sorry, let's get to that first. Yo, dude, well, welcome, dude. I got family in Newfoundland, so we're not that far. I go through Nova Scotia to get there by car. We take the ferry from Nova Scotia. Love it there. Oh, Maritimes are so good. You got the Trailer Park Boys now, too, to be proud of. You know what I mean? Lots changed since the last time I've been back, but still, Nova Scotia. Oh, you usually get the McLobster when McDonald's puts that out. You don't get that here. McLobster, bro. It's good. And then, Mr. Huxley, you're asking me what team do I hate from the Western Conference the most? Ooh, Western Conference the most, eh? I would say Vancouver. Vancouver, man. The Prairies hate us too. The Prairies hate Toronto fans. I get it. We invade your building every time. Vancouver, we do too sometimes, right? But Vancouver is always talking about how much better they are than Toronto. Whereas Toronto, we don't bring up Vancouver like when we're comparing like that. You know what I mean? We compare to like American cities, like, yo, we're as good as New York, we're not. But you know what I mean? Like, you like to think we are. We're as good as New York, we're as good as LA, like whatever. Toronto's awesome. We don't bring up Vancouver, but Vancouver's always like, yeah, well, things are so much better over here compared to Toronto. So because of that, I'm just like, oh, I'm tired of hearing it. Shut up, Vancouver. With love, though, because they're allowed to do that to me. They're allowed to rattle me by doing that, and I'm allowed to rattle them. That's sports. That's how sports works. We all make fun of each other until we can't take it anymore, and then we stop right before we fight. That's when you cut it off, you know what I mean? So I hope that answers your question, Mr. Huxley. I love that name too, Mr. Huxley. Mr. Huxley, 23. Right this way, Mr. Huxley. I like it. You live like 5 minutes from the ferry, eh? So is it the one I'm thinking of then? Quinn? The ferry you were talking about? With, is that the one that goes to Newfoundland? I think they call it the Caribou, honestly. Caribou line. I don't know if the ship is called the Caribou or if it's just called the line, the Caribou line. I don't know. Come on, right there, right there. Go for that one-timer, guys. It's OP, right? How come the computer doesn't know it? The penalty? Jeez, not the time for that.
The Leafs are going to serve 2 for tripping here.
I guess it's a little bit of bad luck, James.
Brutal, brutal. North Sydney Ferry. Yeah, is that it? Is that the one that goes to Newfoundland? Because I think we had to go through Sydney to get there. I know back in the day when I was really little, when we would fly, we'd have to stop at Sydney to transfer over to a different flight to go all the way to Newfoundland. And now a lot of times we'll just do a direct flight into, I want to say, Deer Lake? Deer Ridge? Deer something? Dearborn? Or Dearborn's Michigan. I don't know. Deer something. And that's usually where we land. Okay, so yeah, that's the one, eh? Yo, have you ever taken that ferry, though, Quinn? Let me tell you, dude. My family used to drive all the way there. We'd stop in New Brunswick first for day 1. And then from New Brunswick on day 2, we go right to the ferry. You always get there like by nighttime, like dinner time. And then we're on that ferry overnight. And, we didn't have a lot growing up, right? To make that trip to visit family was already pretty crazy. So my dad would not book us like a bed in the ferry. There's like little rooms you can rent and stuff like that. We wouldn't get that. We'd have to just sleep in the chairs and stuff. And it was awful. It was so uncomfortable. I would just wander. Like go check out the arcade. One time I went by the bar and there was a guy playing the pinball machine. I guess he was drunk or whatever. He just got fed up. He looked over at me. He's like, "You want to take this?" I was like, "Okay." Man had like 20 balls left on there though. Like it took me forever to run through them. I was like, "Holy jeez!" Like, okay. Sat there overnight playing pinball. It was cool. And yes, there was actual games out at the time. Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate was out by then. Okay, so pinballs were also cool, and they still are. Especially when somebody hands you a free one, it's got 20 balls left on it. It's dope. You've never been to Newfoundland, but you're asking what was the first NHL game I played? Oh, the first NHL game by EA Sports, EA Electronics, or whatever, Electronic Arts. It's probably, I think they called it NHLPA Hockey for Sega Genesis, which would have been like NHL 92. Then NHL 93 was the first one to don like the moniker of like the 90 whatever series, right? So, geez, that music's getting freaky. So 93, I guess, would be the first NHL game I played.
Matthews.
Yeah, man.
Looking
We used to play
make
Blades of
something
Steel
happen
in
on the offensive
Nintendo.
zone. Takes a shot.
Nice shot, nice shot.
Saved by Rask.
Used to play
Oh, I want to see that again, guys. Roll it
Blades of
again.
Steel was the Nintendo one. That was really cool. It had a lot of the official cities, but they couldn't use the name like Leafs and stuff like that. It would just be Toronto versus New York and stuff. The colors would be similar, but not really the same.
Nearing the midway mark of the period.
Newfoundland is associated with Ireland to an extent. It's not like related in government or nothing like that. It's still part of Canada, but a lot of Irish settlers, when they came over to Canada, just stopped in Newfoundland. They were fine with that. Oh, no! Oh, no!
These teams get locked up tight. Sometimes it stays that way a long time.
Brutal. Brutal. Patrice Bergeron, I hate that guy. I hate him because he's so good and he's so nice. He's a nice guy, and he's ruined my Leafs time and time again.
Still able to have enough room to beat the goaltender.
Yeah, hear that music? We gotta kick it into high gear now, you know? Enough of this. This is brutal.
Boston's got the one
But yeah,
goal
Newfoundland.
lead
So
here in this third
Newfoundland
period.
has got a lot of families that came from Ireland. It's got a heavy French influence as well too. You got places like Bay Vert, that's what they call it, but it's really like Bay Vert, which is Green Bay. That's what it's called in English.
Setting up against the
They would just
wall.
call it Bay Vert. That's the way Newfies do it, right?
Moves the puck.
They just pronounce the French like it's English.
Led by Marner.
Yeah, heavy French population, heavy Irish population. It looks a lot like Ireland. Scottish people feel at home there too. That's Newfoundland for you. It's kind of a mixture of all those kind of Celtic countries, you know?
The centerman glide into position.
It's not looking good though, man. I mean, I know there's still 13 minutes left, but geez. Get there, get there.
Grab the puck after the centerman tied him up.
This is epic, boys. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is epic. No, no. See, they're trying the one-timers.
The Leafs have it from their own end. And now
Nice.
it moves
Way to
it
move
quickly
that
to
puck.
Marner. Gains the
What are you
zone
doing
through
losing the
middle.
neutral zone like that for at all?
Puck picked up by
Here we go. Get
Barry.
that shot. Get that
Here's
shot.
the
Oh,
tremendous stuff
good
by
try. Good
Rask.
try.
Certain saves are more difficult than others. This one right from the slot is turned
You just said a while ago he's my favorite player on the Bruins. Does that make you change your mind? Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying, Mr. Huxley. It doesn't make me change my mind. I still think Bergeron's a class act. He's a real good dude. He's a talented player. But that's why I say I hate him from a Boston versus Toronto standpoint, right? In a matchup, can't stand the guy. I want him off the ice, ruin his day, make him want to quit. Okay? But when the game's done, he deserves a handshake and a pat on the back and say, hey, good job, Bergie. You know what I mean?
Boston's hanging
good dude.
on to this 3-2 lead.
I know it's like some Star Wars battle music there. I don't even think I even heard that one all the way through. I just got a whole playlist that I downloaded. But yeah, that got real epic there, eh? 11 minutes left, third period, down by a goal. Gotta make this happen, you know? And yeah, if anyone's just joining us right now, like, I'm not playing this, right? This is all a sim series that we're doing here. So Leafs fans' worst nightmare, you know? Worst nightmare.
Matthews wins the draw.
So here we go.
Quick feed to Barry.
Make it happen.
Grabs
Game
the puck
7,
at
Toronto
center.
versus Boston
And it's a
in
quick
TD
pass
guards.
to
Hey, did
Marner.
anybody ever say what was TD stood for? I want to see if you guys know. I know.
Here's a chance.
I know very well what it stands
Save
for.
with the stick by
TD
Rask.
Gardens. You guys know what that stands for?
Sharp save, James, right in the middle of the ice. He makes the stop.
You're gonna laugh if you do. If you don't know it, you're gonna laugh when you find out what it is. It's very appropriate right now. The simulation is unrealistic because Marchand's tongue is still in his mouth.
Rask's hands are quick. He uses
Yeah,
his stick
true.
to
I know,
make
eh?
the save on
He
the
hasn't licked
forecheck.
anybody yet. Well, to his defense, Komarov's not on the ice, or who did he lick in Tampa? I forget. But yeah,
The Leafs
more
win
hockey
the
boy.
draw.
It's a bank. Yes, it is a bank. But what
And
is
now
the
he
bank's
tries to
name?
get it across
What is
to
the full
Riley.
name of TD Bank?
Takes the feed.
I actually have an account with TD Bank.
Swing and a
Okay.
miss.
Been with TD since I was like, well, they used to be called Canada Trust back in the day. And there was TD, and TD bought them. So now it's called TD Canada Trust. But all that nerd stuff aside, TD, come on, I'm waiting for it. Just say you don't know. Just say you don't know, and I'll tell you what it is.
Settles things down and gets control
Oh,
of it once
come
again.
on.
Great defensive effort breaking up the pass.
Come on, man. We got like, what, 8 minutes left here?
Bergeron's gaining momentum.
It's not full-length periods. It's not a full like game time sim. We'd be here for like 3 hours watching this, but so we don't have as much time as it says, right? And 8 minutes there is really more like, say,
Matthews plays it
what,
now.
5-6 minutes?
Riley swooping
You know?
in on the attack.
Toronto Dominion, 34 comes through, bros. That's it. Toronto Dominion is the bank. There you go. How funny is that? The Toronto Dominion Bank owns the home arena of the Boston Bruins. Suck it, Boston. I don't care what this scoreboard says, okay? You're only there because we allow you to be, all right?
Oh, you're not going to get much better scoring chance than that one. But
you know what's funny, though, is for the longest time, Bank of Montreal was a huge sponsor for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So there you go. And even BMO Field is the Toronto soccer pitch. You know? Actually, no penalties yet, actually. No, wait, yeah, we did. Yeah, Toronto's had a couple penalties at least. What am I saying? Not bad. Speaking of penalties, here we go. Here we go. You knew it, Huxley. Mr. Huxley. How did you know that Boston would go up and commit a foul sin here on this Halloween morning? Huh? How did you know that Pasta would be the one to violate the ice with his brutality? I don't know what I'm doing here now. I could do an Austin Statues one like that, where it's like a regal British. I could do like 5 different versions of British. I'll tell you what, Baldea, if you want, before this Be a Pro series is done, I will attempt an Irish accent. But I'm gonna do some watching of videos, and I'm really gonna try and like do it right. Give me a region though. Hey, Baldea, give me your region. Like, you don't have to give me your exact city or nothing, but give me like an accent to look up, and I'll do it. I'll try and learn that accent for a Be a Pro series down the line. Not right now, obviously, because I don't have time to learn it for tonight's recordings, but you know, that'd be fun though, because I think I could do it. It's very much like Newfie accents, Newfoundlanders. Sorry, you know what I mean? Oh, get through! Oh, where'd it go? Guys, 4 minutes left. 4:44 on the clock. 3-2 for Boston. Oh, it's a nightmare.
He's been on top of it tonight. Been an excellent game.
Tuukka Rask, we were supposed to have him too. Thanks, Leafs GMs at the time. I don't know if that was a Brian Burke mistake or if that was a John Ferguson Jr. mistake, but one of those GMs really screwed us on that one. That's okay. Whoever it was, the other one screwed us on other things too. So there we go. Come on, come on. Oh, make a play, boys. Right there, right there. Oh, that should have been a pass to Matthews so you could do like a backhand around. I think that would have been nice.
And he's kept this game close.
We're coming to the end of it, man. We don't want this to be a Halloween nightmare. We want it to be a Halloween party, okay? Thanks to all you guys watching right now, too. There's a whole bunch of you watching that are not even in the chat right now, so I appreciate you as well, too, okay, guys? Trust me. I don't need to see your names pop up. I see the stats afterwards, and I know who's watching, okay? Or how many people are watching and all that stuff. I really appreciate this, guys. Halloween, biggest episode yet, you know what I mean? Biggest episode of the stream, NHL 21. Oh. Come on, come on. 2.5 left. No, don't turn it over. I actually don't want them to pull the goalie. I swear, if Toronto pulls the goalie, this thing is over. So I really don't want them to. And they're going to soon if they don't score. And then my heart's going to break because it's too easy for players in this game to score with no goalie. Real life is a little bit harder than that. Guys choke on that all the time in real life. An open net from like the other end of the ice and stuff. Oh yeah. Nice behind the net pass. Look at that. Oh, carve or something. Do something cool. Minute left. Guys, it's coming down the wire. I don't like this. Oh God. Oh God. Turn around. What are you doing? What are you doing? We got less than a minute. No, what is this? Oh, good block. Good block. Come on. Get there. Oh, jeez. Okay, stop bringing it back in your own zone. Get it out. Here we go. Right down the middle. Go, 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 go. Riley. Oh. No. That was the chance, man. That was the chance. That was what you want, right? Oh.
For the last 2 hours, it's been this same movie again.
So Huxley, then are you a Canucks fan? After I just trashed them earlier? You know? Because you just mentioned Canucks again, so. No, it ain't over yet. Come on, we have 30 minutes left. Net pulled, face-off win. Oh, Rask has just got a number, man. It's just like in real life. Rask is always the one to be like, nope, see ya, get out of here.
attackers out and a huge face-off looming.
Come on, for the channel, boys. Do something huge. Another face-off win, and then a huge turnover by none other than Riley, who's been like the reason why we lost this game. He shot it into his own net earlier to get it tied, and here he is, giving it up to an open net. Brutal. Well, Mr. Huxley, there you go. I'm glad you're going to get something to laugh about. Like I said, I'm appreciative that you're here, okay? It doesn't matter to me what team you cheer for. As long as you just remember, okay? As long as you remember that for the remainder of the time that you hang out with me, your team sucks, and I hope that they never get to win a cup ever in life, okay? But you're cool. I've got to stress that, okay? You're cool for being here and taking my verbal abuse and being able to dish it back too. Feel free to make fun of the Leafs anytime. Throw up a 1967 in the chat if you want right now. Because this is the curse you're witnessing right here. Like, can you believe this? Even in fictitious hockey, the Leafs can't pull it together for Game 7 against Boston. Can't be done. Can't be done.
Gets it over to Marner. Knocked away. And they fail to go tape to tape. How much do you fire it up after a victory like this? Yes, you win the series, but it's not over yet.
No, I
understand me.
Be
Brutal.
Tonight, and then tomorrow it's rest and recovery and right back to work.
Shut up, Chara. Shut up, Rask. This wasn't even yeah, 1967 in the chat. There you go. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Tradition, but it's gotta be hard when you come up short.
This reminds me when the Canucks beat the Leafs in 1994. No, that was a conference finals. So at least the Leafs had something to be proud of there. This is losing in the first round yet again, because it's a first round matchup. This isn't a conference finals or nothing. First round matchup, Boston versus Toronto, Game 7 in Boston. Leafs can't win. It's science. It can't be done. You just proved it. All right. But you know what? That was a good run-in for Vancouver that year. It's a shame they didn't win it though. 94, right? Who won it that year? I forget. New York Rangers, I think. I don't know. But that was a very good Vancouver team. They had Pavel Bure. They had what was his name? Kirk McLean. He was a goaltender. I think he was really good. They still had those old vintage jerseys where the black like that and the craziness. Man, I like that jersey. It was cool. I'm not a big fan of the colors they have now compared to those, you know.